Good afternoon. I have my talking robe on, so it's time for me to have a good conversation today. Our topic of today is going to be called the ruler of oppression. And being the ruler of oppression is simply just crowning yourself while you're going through the oppressive times in your life. Um, Oppression comes when, or adversity, which is basically anytime that you try to do good, something coming and being the defensive mechanism for you getting to where you need to go. Sometimes the oppressors or the workers of oppression are people that we know closely, family, friends, friends of family, family of friends, things of that nature, people that are accustomed to seeing us a certain specific type of way and not seeing us in that manner anymore. Because they're not seeing us in that manner anymore, it kind of makes them act out. Everybody is not willing to cooperate when it comes to change. And people also are not willing to cooperate with you when you're willing to change and make a change in your life, whether it be small or be very drastic and a dramatic change. So, that's why this topic today is so important because the ruler of oppression, when you get to a transitioning stage or a transition state in your life, things and people start to change up. Attitudes start to become very prevalent. Jealousy becomes the motive for practically every action, and whether you see it or not, it tends to happen quite frequently, whether it be your best friend, your cousin, your distant cousin, somebody that you've hung out with for a long time, someone that was part of a group but no longer is in it because everybody else has become motivated and inspired. And sometimes the oppression is just heavy weight that you have to cut off. I know sometimes, especially like in the music industry, doing things, it's easy to get discouraged because there are so many people that don't want you to shine simply because they don't want you to shine brighter than them. They see that your light is already bright, and the only thing that you need is a connection to get to where you need to go to next, or the connection to take out everything that's overshadowing your life and to help you to shine a little bit brighter, or to push you out so that other people can see your light. It is threatening to some people because some people don't think that highly of themselves that they think that they can be great regardless, that regardless of how many great people are out there, instead of continuing to work and push yourself to become greater, which is practically sportsmanship, you want to be the best among the best. You're not the best until you've defeated some of the best, until you've been toe to toe with the best of them. And a lot of people don't want it to get to that point. They'd rather beat and break somebody down in any way that they can, or sometimes just throw an obstacle or detour you, and redirect you to a place where they feel like you want to be, as long as it's not on track and it's not affecting them because they know that they're climbing to the top. So some people aren't going to be on your side, regardless of if they were on your side in the beginning or not. And some people are never really on your side, and that's another part of oppression. That's why the importance is to continue to remember who you are through times of oppression. When things are going really, really bad, and people, you're just getting attacked from the left and the right, and the up and the down, and the back side and the front side, that just means you're on the right track. Oppression and adversity only come the closer that you get to achieving a goal, or closer that you get to achieving and becoming what you're supposed to become. Because anytime you have too much positive, there's always going to be some negative that comes in. You can never be positive without a negative. It's just like in chemistry or in sciences, there's always been a negative to every positive. It's a checks and balance system. Nature has a way of checks and balance. Government has a way of checks and balance. The world has a way of checks and balance. Somebody is always having to be the underdog. There's always going to be opposition on somebody. And for the most people that have the biggest battles and the biggest story to tell, your opposition is the greatest. Um, it sometimes is discouraging, but like I said, that's why it's important for you to always remember who you are going through the times of opposition. Yes, you can overcome any obstacle. You've overcome plenty obstacles before. And the thing that has always got me through with a lot of the opposition and adversity that I faced in my life since childhood is the simple fact that it could be worse. There is somebody out in that world that is going through 10 times worse than you've gone through. There's somebody that is going through 85% more than what you've been going through. Yeah, your tire blew today. Well, there's somebody whose tire blew, it threw them off the road, and then they totaled their car. Now, because you got a little bit late to work, they're not going to be able to go to work for a while because they're hospitalized. It could be so much worse. Oh, I wasn't able to eat today. Well, there are people that are barely ever able to eat any day. They get breadcrumbs practically every single day. But guess what? They still wake up fighting. And they still go to sleep with a smile on their face because they're dedicated to the change and they're dedicated to the motivation of more. So don't let the oppression rule you, but you be the ruler of oppression. Have a good day.